Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Justin Fields and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. He'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I like his honesty because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense, kind of corralled him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Now left side on the swing pass. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Our first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Fields. That swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Steelers had 3 and 8 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Fields. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And some room to work. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Instead of the 1st, Steelers, they'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
To throw on second is Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 8 catches, 77 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go up the middle with Chubb. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Taken down at the 18-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A long way play to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Watson now to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Fields throw taken in here by Jackson. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Watson. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. On 1st down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson fighting through pressure. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's Fields. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Steps away. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. On first down, Fields. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. 5 plays there on that drive. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, here's Watson. Right back to Njoku. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. outside here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Watson on first down. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 75. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a give up the middle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 31, Fields. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Down right around the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play action. It's Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, first down. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, he's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Watson on third down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Again, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Ed Oliver able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Uses the stiff arm, and a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Watson. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Here's Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Back to throw. Watson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Ed Oliver in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. His pass caught at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Looking to throw. Watson to the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it, makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. It's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw brought in by Austin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Fields on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 116 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. 3rd and long. It's Fields. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Cleveland, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5.